Welcome to Outlaw Woodworking. Me and John are going to create a stone wall.
Okay, so the stone that me and Bigfoot collected, we got some out of the forest, and most of the stone we got for free. And it was given to me by a friend of mine up the street who, they basically bought this stone thinking that it was stacked close together, but you would have to cut every single piece. And I wasn't about to cut every single piece. But so this stone was it was real stone, and it was, I decided to do kind of an old world look where the stone had some pretty big grout joints. And here's how I started. I started by taking my magnet and finding all the studs in this wall. This is a 2x6 outside wall. And I basically used a magnet and marked all the centers of the studs. And then I started laying lath. And it went pretty good. I used some long roofing nails that were about two inches, so they would go through the drywall and penetrate into the stud really nicely. And of course, I called my friend Bigfoot to come in and help.
There you go, that should do it.
Once Bigfoot got out of my way, I just kept going up the wall. And this wall is 12 feet high. And yeah, that's a lot of wall. But it's a small room, but it's really comfortable. The size of it, the room's about 10 by 15, I think. I'd have to remeasure it. But once I get all the wire, this diamond lath nailed up really nice and tight, I start at the bottom and just work my way up. And I'm just using Type S mortar that I dyed with an H22 dye, which is like a little bit of a tan color. And a lot of this stone, we had to clean off, and basically it had a lot of mortar on it that wasn't tan. It was just a gray mortar. So I tried to clean as much of that off as I could, and I'm using 1/2-inch spacers. I just cut some plywood spacers to shim this up as I go. Starting on your knees down at the bottom can be a little bit of a rough start. So I call in Bigfoot to give me a hand and bring me stone. It's important to have a reliable helper. And I've always been able to depend on Bigfoot. He's close to me in the forest, and he pretty much shows up on time, and yeah, he likes to drink beer. So free beer for Bigfoot is all you need.
All right, here are some more stones, John.
And up the wall we go. We just 12 feet, you just keep on motoring up the wall. And I just did a little each day, so you can see by the change of clothes each day, you can see kind of how many days it took me. I think I took a total of a good guy could probably do this whole wall in a day, actually, I don't know. But I think I took about 4 or 5 days to get all the stone laid up on this wall. And, I start on the bottom on my knees. It was I wasn't really doing that good because I got a bad back. But once I kind of got up to standing, it went quite a bit better. And that helped to be working standing up. And yeah, Bigfoot kept bringing me the stone, and I just kept going up the wall. Every once in a while, I'd have to check and see where Bigfoot was, and I'd find him outside by the deer. Drinking beer, which is a pretty normal thing for a masonry guy. Anyway, yeah, up I go, and I tried to just keep a good pace And, you know, I thought it was looking good. Let me know what you think in the comments, but this is just a wall in my office with some free stone. And of course, free stone isn't really free because it takes a lot of work to put it up on a wall. I think it ended up costing me about $500 in material between the diamond lath, the Type S mortar, the tan dye for the mortar. And yeah, it took me a little while. I get up so high and then I got to readjust the scaffolding and readjust all the stone, and you can see I'm about 3/4 of the way right here. But I kind of had a decent rhythm as far as laying out the stone. I tried to keep it pretty level and tried to mix up the colors. There was only a few colors, but they were pretty much natural tan and brown colors, and I thought it looked pretty good. Give me an honest opinion in the, I'm sure my masonry friends will critique this pretty good, but yeah, I think the worst thing I did is coming up. I wanted to grout this. I think a lot of guys would have grouted it as they went, but I grouted it. I decided to grout it using a bag, and I basically worked my way. I started at the top and worked my way down, and right here I was, kind of testing out the color and everything, and it seemed okay. And yeah, I grouted this whole wall with a bag, and it took me a few days to do it using this bag. And if anybody's used bags before, they're a real pain in the ass. You get one little clog, and then you got to clean out the tip before you can go again, and you got to keep the mixture pretty thin, and then when the mixture's too thin, it can run out on the rocks. It's a pain in the ass, but I did it. And let me know in the comments what you think. Here's a little close-up of the stone, and some of them had some scratches on the stone, and some of them had some cement on them. But I think overall, a little more cleaning of the stones, because they, when I got them, some of them were pretty rough, and there wasn't enough to eliminate them. Anyway, I think it turned out very good. Thanks very much for watching. Please subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you next time. Later.
There he goes, it's a working man. He's trying to make a living any way he can. And he'll break his back for $1 or $2. Oh, there ain't no shame in what he do. Oh, work it out.